Dawn, dusk, morning, evening, twilight, midnight, mid-noon, late noon. Well, time-related vocabulary is an amazing and interesting world altogether. Well, let's go ahead and dive deep into this entire new world of time-related vocabulary. Let's get started. Okay. Well, sunrise, what is sunrise? Obviously, usually the time, around the time when sun starts to rise at any place, in any country, at any location, that is specifically called as sunrise. And it also is called as dawn when the sun rays start to come up, but it's coming up, the rays are increasing with time. That time when the sky is changing colors and getting brighter and brighter is also called as dawn. Okay, mid-morning. So what is mid-morning? So mid-morning is halfway the time between when you wake up and when you eat lunch, right? So that is what is called as mid-morning. You might be awake at around 7 or 5 or 6, whatever in the morning, and then you might have your lunch at around 1 or 2. So the time right in between, 7 and 1 or whatever, however you might want to, whatever your schedule is, that the time which is in between the time when you wake up and the time when you have your lunch is called as mid-morning. Okay, late morning. Now, what is late morning? Well, time that is close to 12 noon. That is what is called as late morning, right? So, close to 12 noon is called as late morning. So, you might want to decide whether you get up early morning during the dawn or do you get up late in the morning. Okay, now whenever you are using time related vocabulary or whenever you are discussing about time and you're using time in your daily language, how do you actually use it? What is the correct grammatical usage of time? Well, now whenever you have specific time which is available to you, for example, here if you see it's 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. you have specific numbers available to you. That is when you're going to use from so and so time to so and so time, right? So from is, you're going to use from whenever you have specific numbers available with you. Okay, now at again is if you're just using at, so at indicates that is a fixed it's a fixed point in time. It's not a range. Now from is always a range, right? So but at is not a range. So at is a specific time. For example, I go to work at 8 a.m. or I get up at 6 a.m. or however you want to frame the sentence. Okay. Now on, when do you use on? So on is used for a specific date or day of the week, or if you feel there is any specific date or day throughout the year which you want to mention, that is when you're going to use on. So for example, I normally work on Tuesdays, but on January 1st, I wouldn't have to work. So again, you have a specific date, you have a specific day throughout the year, throughout a week, throughout a month. That is what you are going to associate on with, and that is when you're going to use, right? So I'm going to visit you on Wednesday, or I'm going to come there on Thursday. So that is how you're going to use on during talking about, whenever you're talking about time. Okay, now in is used when you are talking about a specific month or a year. You're not talking about a specific date. So it is month is a whole range of days and dates, right? Same is the case with year. So that is when you're going to use in, right? So I see her, or in the year 2020 so and so happened, or in the year or in the month so and so festival takes place, or in the month of Jan there are many festivals which take place. So that is when you're going to use in. So in is you're going to use in for a longer period or range of time, be it a week or be it a year or a month or however. Okay, we often start to work at 8 a.m. but in winter the office opens at 9. So it is a completely different way. Okay, Now at noon, what is noon? So noon is usually considered as 12, right? So 12 p.m. is what is considered as noon. So that is what is specifically. So I had my lunch at noon today. So that is at noon is specifically 12 o'clock. So whenever you are talking about 12 o'clock, 12 p.m., that is 12 o'clock during the day. That is when it is called as referred to as noon. Okay. In the afternoon, so obviously noon is 12, so afternoon is any time which is after 12. So post 12 o'clock to the time when it starts to get dark in the evening is what is usually referred to as time span of afternoon. So afternoon, I met him in the afternoon, or I went to bed, or I went to I had my lunch in the late afternoon. So that is during late afternoon. So that is what is that specific time period from 12 to the time when it starts to get dark outside is referred to as afternoon. Okay, in the evening, twilight or dusk. So evening is also known as twilight or dusk. So usually the evenings are amazing, are very breezy. So you also might want to use evenings as dusk. So I working from dawn to dusk. So dawn is early morning when the sun is rising, and evening is when the sun is just about to set, right? Dusk is the time when the sun is just about to set. So dusk is yet another time related word. Okay, from dawn till dusk means during the entire day. So from dawn, if you want to refer, or if you want to say or present during the entire day in your language, you might want to use or call it instead from dawn to dusk. So we used to be together from dawn to dusk. Okay, so at night or midnight or in the middle of the night. So what is in the middle of the night? Obviously it is 12 a.m. but obvious it is 12, whenever it is 12 p.m. it is noon, and whenever it is 12 a.m. that is the middle of the night. So it is completely the opposite of noon, as I already told you. So it also is referred to as midnight or in the middle of the night. So it started to rain heavily in the middle of the night. So what you precisely mean is it started to rain heavily at 12 a.m. Well, all this time related vocabulary is extremely useful and utilitarian in your day-to-day language. Start using it and upskill your language. Well, I will see you again in the next video. Till that time, keep learning with Tutorials Point and Tutorix. Have a good day.